Are we there yet? Thought I went live. What the heck? Dun, dun, dun. What's it? Man, there's a lag to mine. Can y'all hear me? What's going on? Here we go. Good morning. What is going on? It's Friday. It's all day Friday. Bumcrack picker, Jabez Spires. Lag, the ever present. Old Jerry Shore himself. Good morning. Raid from Cajun. Hi, Mary. My mom's basement in Delaware. Don't get to Dad's place often. Mom's a better cook. You're not allowed in Jersey? Hey, Todd. Young Todd. Ping Chi. There you go. Lag needs to do a show, right? Yeah, he does. Morning, Pearl. What's happening? So here we are. July 19th, 8:03 a.m. And we're live. For what reason? Whatever reason you want. There's no topic today, so we can talk about anything. Anything. So, I don't know where Tom is. He'll probably be along. If not, well, whatever. We can do a show without Tom. He probably got busy doing something. James on the job. Razoring post-construction clean windows. Interesting. Coffee for everyone. Yep. Gotta have coffee. Oh, speaking of which, I'm out. I'll be right back. Ah, yeah, I guess I can keep talking while I walk to the coffee machine. Because I got nothing better to do. So it's Friday, and I'm all alone. Nobody to co-host with me. I'll put the link in the chat. Surely somebody will want to come on and talk shop or talk whatever. So, you hear that coffee filling up? Boom. Full cup of coffee. Walking back to the computer. Yes, this is it's a live broadcast, and I'm just walking around. There we go. All set. Like a midget. I just stand my toes. Jabez. Everybody saying howdy. Da, 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 da. Well, Ping's here.
Yes.
Well, I think Ping's here. Hi, Ping.
Good morning.
How are you and the crickets this morning?
Oh, yeah, they are. I do hear them.
Chirping away.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of turning into our season of crickets now. We got some around now. I don't know why they wait until late summer to really get started around here, but they do. So, how you been, Ping?
I've been fine.
Good.
I guess Jabez hasn't seen this piano for a while, huh?
Yeah, the piano.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw it, it was, the guy who sells the willow sticks, I think. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was his real place. And I thought, wow. Oh.
It's kind of like Tom. He saw Grumpy John use it for his background one time, and Tom kept going on and on about the piano and does
Mm.
uh, does Grumpy John play the piano and such. That was funny. We gave him hell about that for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of the nicer ones. I chat with my kids on Google Meet, and the scenery they have is not as good.
Hi, Phil. Phil's in. John can play chopsticks. Okay.
Mm.
I took like 5 years of piano lessons when I was in elementary school,
Oh, did you?
and I didn't like it.
Oh.
I didn't mind playing the piano, it's just I didn't like to practice.
Mm.
And I remember mom and dad would set a timer on top of the piano and say, you gotta practice for so many minutes, and it got to be like, where you get a plate of food at dinner and your parents sit there. You can't get up from the table until you eat everything, and
Yeah.
it
Well,
just
my
got.
ex took piano lessons, and he didn't care for it. But his let me see, his uncle. Well, it'd be okay. Bob is okay. My ex was the fourth of five children. No, the fifth. He was the youngest. The fifth. Okay, so the fourth, which is his brother, loved the piano,
Yeah.
and in his later years, he decided,
Hi, John.
he wanted to still keep up with it. So what he would do is volunteer to do a lot of. He was a real estate agent, and he
Okay.
was in and he moved to San Francisco. And so what he would do is volunteer to do the open houses for people, because a lot of those houses had pianos, and he could just sit there and play the piano while people looked through the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I imagine homes in San Francisco are not cheap, so
No.
any music attraction would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have stuck with it because I did. Uh, what happened was when I hit like sixth grade, I said, "Mom, if I join the band,
Mm.
can I quit piano?" And they gave in. So I quit piano when I started taking band in school.
Uh-huh. Well,
But
I took the
had I stayed
clarinet.
with piano, I would have had a much easier time with my music degree in college.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Well, I took the clarinet, I think maybe for only a couple of years in elementary school, and it was not my cup of tea.
right?
But my son, when he was, oh gosh, he must have been, I guess, in elementary school as well, and he wanted to take an instrument. And I believe he started with the clarinet through junior high and high school and college, even. In college, he joined a jazz band, a little jazz band. I wouldn't call it a band. What do you call those when they're a little group of 5 or 6 people? They just get together and decide to play.
Oh yeah, Jabez, we had to take 2 semesters of piano proficiency when it was required for each music student to have piano proficiency.
Mm.
And because I had lessons when I was young, it was an easy A for me.
Yeah.
But a lot of the uh, band band students that were becoming band directors, a bunch of them had a hard time with piano proficiency. But it was kind of a cakewalk for me because of that. I never liked playing piano once I was in a group of people that were watching me. At the end of a season, my piano teacher would say, okay, we're going to do a recital and here's the date, so get practicing. And I hated playing in front of an audience like that. I think I would have enjoyed like if I'd stuck with it, like going into like a piano bar or something and playing along with people singing or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, recital week. Also, I hated the little musical performances we had to do in elementary music class. I hated those. They always got us some stupid costumes or something to wear. I remember one year in elementary music, I was a 12 drummer drumming in the Christmas musical for elementary school. I hated it because we had to wear tights, and I'm like, men don't wear tights. Yeah, Pearl Ping is a cricket hoarder.
Yeah. But there are times when there are no crickets. So I don't know what causes them to chirp.
If we have a really wet summer, then like the end of August and all through September and October, we just have millions of crickets. I mean, you
Mm.
have to sweep them off your
Oh.
porch and stuff. Anyway, yeah, she keeps crickets in the piano.
Yeah.
Cricket farmer, cricket wrangler. Hey, Josh,
Mm.
you need a U.S. passport, Josh? You can't get a U.S. passport. You don't live in the U.S. I mean, for a price, I suppose I'd sell it to you. Yeah, we had to have the passport stuff. You know, all the airport stuff. They even pulled me out and frisked me once. Patted, not frisk, a pat down. He had a hard time getting past my belly to reach my waistband. I got a little bit of a Dunlop's disease. You know what that is, right? Ping?
Yes.
You, you know what a Dunlop's disease is?
A who?
A Dunlop's disease.
No.
That's where your belly dunlopped over your waist.
Mm.
Yeah, Jaba's got it. So what's happening in the world of reselling? Boy, the last, Josh, when you took off for like a week or two for your vacation time, how your sales dropped off? Yeah, mine are in the tank now too. I got everything wrangled back around where I needed it. Switched my shipping back to 2 days and sent out a bunch of offers and stuff. So hopefully I'll get back on it. My sales have been bad the last 2 weeks. Bad, 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 bad.
Mm-hmm. Mine too.
Did you go on vacation too?
No, I
Oh,
haven't been listing. I have no motivation. But see, I don't rely on that income. So,
yeah, I don't either. But, well, I kind of rely on it for like taking the kind of vacations we do and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, I can't get a real ID, so therefore I can't fly anywhere.
You can't get a real ID.
Yeah. Well, I
Why
can't
not?
find my passport. I can't find my birth certificate. The last time I saw it, I took it to with me to the Social Security to get my Medicare, and I haven't seen it since. So when my son was straightening the house, I thought maybe he'll find it, but he did not. So,
I
Well,
had such a bad copy of my birth certificate. Um, I had to get a new one,
mm,
and because I
well,
was
you know,
born
that
in
parchment
Texas,
does wear out.
and shut up, in in Texas, you can go to any county seat and they can run you a copy of your birth certificate, even if you were born somewhere else in Texas.
mm.
But I was born in Oklahoma. Don't tell anybody, but I was born in Oklahoma.
He's an Okie.
So I had to drive from here to Oklahoma City to the Oklahoma State Records Department or whatever it was, and get them to make me a new birth certificate that you could read. Because the one I had was, I don't know, it was evidently done with like disappearing ink. And I was about, I don't know, 58 when I went to go get a new copy because I couldn't get a passport with my old copy. So I had to drive from here all the way to Oklahoma City to get a new birth certificate. And yes, you had to be there in person for whatever frickin' reason that is. So, and it's about a 5 hour drive from here to Oklahoma City.
But look how much fun you've had because of that 10 hours of driving.
Oh yeah, boy, great.
In South Carolina, you can apply, you can request a copy of your birth certificate, which it might have changed by now, but I got like 5 copies of mine when I ordered. Yeah, I heard,
Yeah, Tom's birth certificate was carved in cuneiform, right?
that's all right. Well, that papyrus that your birth certificate was on, or was, it does wear out after a while. Wow.
Do they still put baby feet on the birth certificate?
I don't know.
What was the document where they took a baby's feet and feet printed them?
That was birth certificates, but
Okay.
I've never seen like my official birth certificate. All I've ever seen is the little cards that are the size of a driver's license now that they issue. Honey, was your birth certificate, did it have your foot on it?
No.
Okay.
And we don't get the little card. We only get the big.
Yeah.
You had to go to the county that you were born.
Yeah. Well, no, because I requested copies through mail, and they mailed them to me.
Yeah, I've got to call eBay to get that ding off my account. That's the only ding on my account.
Has
I
it
don't
ever
have
been delivered?
I don't have any late shipping dings. I don't have any.
It's not a big deal if it's less than 3%.
I know it's 0.20%,
Okay, well,
but
Was those shoes ever delivered?
not to me. I got to call them up and say, hey, you got the wrong tracking number if you think they arrived. I mean, I got proof, but it's just a pain to jump through all these hoops to get that expunged from my record.
Yeah, they'll want you to send a copy of the.
But Sadie's saying eBay doesn't like it when you get a return and don't refund. They might be suppressing my list. That could be. I don't know. It's hard to judge now because we were on vacation at the same time. What caused it? The slowdown in sales.
well, I had a return several years ago that never arrived. The tracking never showed that it arrived. But because I furnished the shipping label, I had to pay the refund to the buyer, even though I didn't get the item back.
Yeah. Can you see my sales here?
Damn, Todd.
Look at this. The first half, here's June 18th. I mean, these are good sales for me. I was going, hey, this ain't too bad. And then all of a sudden, June 6th or July 6th, there's a 0 day. Day before yesterday was 0. Today is 0. I did have 3 sales yesterday for $60. So it's just crickets. Speaking of crickets, my sales are crickets. Ugh.
We were up late last night when our cat that had been sick. He'd been on treatments. He passed away last night,
Oh.
so it was late before we got to bed.
Mm.
He was like one of our kids because we got him when right after Roberta had her liver transplant. So he and his sister, a litter mate, they nursed her back to health when I wasn't here, and they were there for that pet love that they can give somebody. So that's also been hard on her.
Yeah, I can't cue the violin.
Asshole.
What happened to my picture? Am I still on? Yeah, that's weird. On StreamYard side, I'm not in the pic. It just shows a black screen for me.
Oh.
I'm looking at StreamYard and I see you.
I see you too, but you look like you're frozen.
I'm frozen?
Move your hand.
Yeah. Your
I am.
hand's not.
No,
Yeah.
you're frozen.
That's weird. And I'm gone. Can you still hear me?
We hear you.
Where did Tom go?
Oh, now he's gone.
I'll refresh. Yeah, you're not there, Todd.
I'm gonna restart how do I do that?
Just refresh, I think, and
Just hit refresh? Okay. Here I go.
You might have to come back in, but
if the show turns off, then I'll restart it.
Okay. Now he's gone.
Am I live?
Is. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Refreshing worked. That was weird. It's never done that to me before. It shut off when I came back from the screen sharing.
Oh.
Yeah. StreamYard heard that I had trouble from eBay. So yesterday, I went to do battle with the Lutherans, and I came out with 1 item.
Ooh. Just one? What was it?
That must have been tough on you. Ooh, root beer.
IBC root beer serving tray.
That company's still in business.
$3. Yeah, this tray is from 1992. It's pretty neat. I figure it's worth 20 anyway. So that's all I got yesterday at the Lutherans. That's weird. It was weird. I thought, because I didn't go last week, there would be some new stuff to buy. But I just.
Did they hug your neck and say, Todd, we were so worried about you. We kept looking at the obituary section.
Yeah, all those old ladies started rubbing on me and saying, "Oh, we missed you."
And he's like, "Okay, ladies, the bull is back. Line up."
One at a time.
Yeah, you're right, John. Todd strolled in his new lederhosen, showing those legs.
I was thinking about trying on some lederhosen at when we were in Germany, but I didn't walk in and find my size. They had some hanging out, on the street to sell.
so wish you had found this pair and Gwen had gotten some pictures of that. That would have been a sight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So are you kind of getting over your jet lag?
No, it's bad. I was I went to bed at 8 o'clock, which was like 2 or 3 in the morning in Europe.
Right.
So I went to bed at 8 o'clock and I was wide awake at 3 a.m. this morning. So I just got up. Ugh.
When we came back from Russia and Ukraine with the boys, or with Russia, because um, we flew straight from Moscow to Cincinnati. I mean New York to Cincinnati into Charlotte. That was like 22 hours of flying, and
Hi, Chastity.
our in-laws were well. My whole family and her family was all here, and at the airport to greet us. And our in-laws um, stayed the night, and my mother-in-law slept on the floor in Sergei's room in case he cried. She would be there to pick him up or get him because we were so tired. We were afraid that we would not wake up, and we didn't wake up till 10 o'clock the next morning. Yeah, and he did cry, and we didn't hear it, but she was right there. That's the way Grandma is, Granny.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, coming back with the boys, it was just from London to Charlotte, and we stood in customs longer than we did, just about as long as we did for the flight home. Um,
They got that new service now. You can skip the long customs line.
right.
I forget what it's called. Let me ask Gwen real quick.
Well, they have that one too. When you just go to the airport to check in, you can go into an express line.
Yeah.
That costs extra.
Yeah, we got to get Roberta's license with a star on it, real ID, and then get which we don't fly very much anymore. We don't hadn't flown in years, um, so we can go through do the quick TSA thing or
Yeah, we got the TSA and we've got the what's it called? It's like a skip the line deal with customs. Let's see, what was that called? Maybe I can find it in the app. It's an app. Let's see.
well, we had a package with us, or we had something new coming in the country with us, so we had to go through the long line. Um,
It's called Mobile Passport Control.
oh, cool. Mobile passport control.
So we signed up for that, and so when we got back to the airport in Dallas and was going through customs, we had a lot shorter line.
When we
Yeah.
came home,
Mobile Passport Control. So that'll save you like 30 minutes at coming back into the country after you've been overseas. MPC, Mobile Passport Control. You have to submit some things.
when we came back into the country with Sergey, and we flew into JFK, and we were getting in line because he was not an official U.S. citizen yet. We got into the foreigners line, and this guy was coming along saying,
MPC.
yeah, have your passports out and all this kind of stuff. And Roberta held up ours, and he saw that there was our U.S. passports mixed in with his Russian passport, and he is so cute in his little passport photo. He's got a little bruise right between his eyes where he fell. Um, he had it before we got him. Okay, let's put that in there right there. Anyway, he said, "Oh, you're U.S. citizens," and we said yes, but he's not. And he's like, "That doesn't matter. You are." So we got to jump over to the U.S. citizens part, and we had this 3-inch pack of paperwork with us. Yeah, that we couldn't open. Nobody could open except till we got to passport control in the U.S. And so they took out what they needed for him, or they took the
what's an
package.
NPC? Lag. Do.
It's a computer controlled character in a game.
Oh. So, yeah, I mean it. The only time we used it was coming back into the country after being gone, and we got to the customs check-in, and the regular line was about 30 minutes long, and the line we were in was like 5 minutes. So,
We've never had a problem, and I mean, so with coming and going, but when we came in with the twins, we sat in the custom section for an hour and a half, couple hours. Roberta says, because there was the people in front of us were coming into the country on some kind of funky visa, and because the kid had to have some medical treatments or whatnot, and they had to figure out what to do with their paperwork. And we're thinking, shit, we're U.S. citizens. We should have already been through here.
And just across the security gate from Circus.
Yeah, I don't know whether you heard that or not, but we were right on one side of the security gate. Sergey and her mother and father, and my mother and father, and my brothers, and
we hadn't seen him.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Vanya. I mean, Vanya. We hadn't seen Sergey. It was almost 3 weeks before because we were in Ukraine. So she was highly pissed about that. But they're wonderful children, and we love them dearly. There were days when they were teenagers we could have killed them, but we didn't because we loved them so. Any parent knows that.
yep.
Especially boys. Because boys can be stupid as a box of bricks. I swear. Girls are just sneaky, but boys are stupid. Todd, you remember those stupid days, don't you?
No, I'm so old I forgot all that.
Oh, have you?
So did y'all know that Robin girl that passed away?
No.
She was good at videography, so she did a bunch of like Johnny. She did his intro, and Victoria.
Right.
She did her intro for her channel.
Right.
Anyway. So yeah, passed away in her sleep, I guess.
Well, that's the way I want to go. I just want to go to sleep and not wake up when it's my time to go.
She was single, so somebody had to call in a wellness check.
Right.
They had to open up her home and go find what happened to her, and sure enough, she was in bed, not alive.
I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing about Mr. Sadie.
What did he say?
Do you know how old she was?
50.
Oh,
Somebody said she was like 55.
oh, young.
Yeah.
Shannon Doherty was young too when she passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
90210 Todd.
hmm
She was in some other shows too, but that's the only one I remember her
That's
from.
the only one I know too.
No, she wasn't half my age. She's only 11 years younger than me. No, we're talking about this YouTube reseller YouTuber that passed away. Is Beth Beth, are you listening? If you are, go to my Facebook page and scroll down. There's a lady standing. She's at a convention and she's standing up there beside this guy, and they're both smiling. I thought that was you at first. Her name's
Anyway, I
Lorraine.
think somebody's doing like a benefit auction for the family
Right.
of the lady that passed. I didn't know her very well. I mean, I saw her in the side chat on like Victoria's channel all the time.
Right.
Anyway, brought that conversation down.
That's all right.
Life is short.
It
Mhm.
is.
It can be really short if you're, I don't know.
You get as old as Todd. Sorry, Todd. They've been busting my chops in the chat, so I had to make sure you got
Yeah,
into the program.
that sounds good, Phil. Phil's woman is like a good cook, I think. I bet he's gained a lot of weight since he met her.
The cheese on us sounds good.
Life is short. Eat dessert first. So, yeah, have y'all noticed slowdowns in sales from being like gone for vacation?
Oh yeah. When I went to Florida for a week and I put my store on vacation, no sales,
Yeah,
because I didn't have access to a computer and I don't use my phone for anything. Yeah, came back. Sales were already dead, so no big change.
your cookie is a 70-year-old grouchy bastard. Uh,
Oh Lord!
no women at the ranch house, huh?
All I can when you say cookie, all I can think of. Have you ever watched Atlantis, the Disney animated film where they go to the center of the earth? Well, there's this old Texas looking guy who's always talking about saving the bacon grease,
Mm,
but
Grandpa
he's the cook.
McCoy. You remember that TV show, The Real McCoys?
Yeah,
mm.
Let's see, Luke was the son. What was the dad's name?
Grandpa.
Forget. Grandpa.
I don't
I can
know.
see the actor, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that that guy in Good Morning Vietnam. He wanted an autographed picture of that.
Robin Williams.
No, well, the bar. The bar that Robin Williams went to.
Right.
Uh, the owner of the bar. He wanted a picture of Grandpa McCoy because he thought he was cute.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, Todd, probably when you start listing again, it'll probably pick back up. I think, what is it they say? You need to fluff your account.
yeah, Ron, I looked at the auction and it didn't show this morning. Let me look again. Let's see. Dun, dun. Yeah, I click on the auction this morning. They had the auction going. I don't know what happened to it. Here, let me show you all. Let's see. Do, do, do. I don't know whether their auction site got a glitch or something, but check it out. Go to the Colleen auction house and you click on the auction, and it says currently no lots are listed, but they were up yesterday.
Did it end last night?
No, it ends on Sunday. It starts ending at it's like 30-second auctions.
Right.
Starts ending at 12 noon on Sunday. But for some reason, this morning I looked at it and it says currently no lots listed. I don't know what's up with that.
Maybe you have to drop them a quick email saying, "Hey, I can't see any listings."
Yeah, give them a call. I don't know if they're... Yeah, I'll probably do that. Let me do that right now.
Okay,
Talk amongst yourselves.
Cashy, what Microsoft outage are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm here. Come on.
Do, do.
Come on. I know. Yes. Yes, your brother's not here. I'm sorry. He's not here.
You bought about 10 pounds of pewter at an auction last night for $3.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's lag. John Lag's been messing with it.
Yeah, I get my internet through AT&T, and it's been, I don't know, glitches here and there.
Are you on fiber or are you on
Okay,
the regular
I
cable?
was paying for fiber, and I got a deal from Spectrum. So I thought I'd call AT&T and see if they could match it or something. And the gal says, well, we can go down on you, give me the one less for $55 instead of me paying $70. So I said, okay. So they sent me a new modem. And I was supposed to go online and look at the video and figure out what I'm going to do to change it over. Well, I tried it and then nothing happened. The green light never came on. So I thought, well, and I went back. I put everything back the way it was. And I gave them a call. And this nice man talked to me and he said, well, we can give you a $5 discount. So I said, fine. Well, ever since that time, things don't work, because I have two screens going. Usually one's not doing a whole lot because it's on eBay. And the other one, I'm watching YouTube things. And things freeze all the time.
Yeah, there was a global IT outage yesterday.
Oh.
You see that? Global IT outage being pinned on Texas cyber firm CrowdStrike. Something happened to mostly Microsoft stuff. And it even had people having to sleep at airports because they couldn't run any of their flights. All their computers were shut down.
Wow. That's happened a few times with airlines. You know, where they went down and can't do anything.
I got a question that has nothing to do with what y'all talking about because it just popped up on my Facebook feed, which is on the screen over here. Did anybody ever own a gremlin?
I
The
did not.
vehicle, car.
Yeah, the vehicle, the car.
Mhm.
Do you have one of the little gremlins that runs around your house, Ping? No, but did anybody own a gremlin?
No.
No.
A boy I went to high school had one, and he had that. There was a souped-up model of it. I mean, like the engine was really overrated for that car. It would fly.
Mhm.
But anyway, it just popped up. If you can afford a car, you can afford two gremlins. I think
I
they were
don't think
pretty.
I've seen one on the street lately.
I see them running around here, and
Really?
I also see what's the bubble car.
You mean the electric car?
No, it was Gremlin's sister.
Oh.
It was the bubble car, looking car.
No. Jabez, it was yesterday. It wasn't Wednesday that the IT stuff was happening.
Oh.
Racer X, you believe? Don't start dissing Speed Racer now. Texas will have problems. Pacer, that's it. That was the one that had the big glass back in, right?
Mm.
I always liked those. I thought they were cool looking.
I had an AMC Matador. That was a horrible car.
Was it? Was it the
Yeah.
4-wheel drive one?
No, a Matador is just a sedan.
Okay, because it was a station wagon. It was the original SUV. It was a station wagon that they had 4-wheel drive on it.
Dad helped me buy that car. I think it was $3,500 brand new. But all it was a body, a motor, and an air conditioner. That's it was
Hello,
not
Craig.
not a car that you would want to impress a girl with.
Well, speaking of really flipping this topic over, flipping talking about cars that girls wouldn't be impressed with. According to some videos I've been watching, women are getting to be really demanding. Or yeah, say women. I'm talking about that 20 age bracket. They're women, but what can you say? They're getting really demanding, and guys are just walking away from relationships. It's like I'm not, I'm not putting up with the drama, and they're just being single. So your son and my son, well, one of my sons and Scott's son, they're just part of the problem. They just giving up on women. I was on YouTube, lag.
Yeah, a Matador was just you talk about basic transportation. I mean, it was reliable enough. It just I don't know.
Lag, Google, YouTube, The Wall. That's the website. That's the channel. But you know what?
72
Nowadays,
Chrysler Newport. That was swanky, wasn't it?
Mm.
I got my mom's 73 Ford Thunderbird. That thing was as big as an It was big as a F-350 Ford pickup truck or Chevrolet 3500 pickup. It was huge. Some of y'all remember those. You know, it had the 8-foot hood on it because it had a 464 in or 460, one of them, in under the hood. It would fly. A guy, I ended up selling it to a guy who was going to put the engine in the put it in a speedboat. Actually, that's exactly what it is, Texas.
Mhm.
Roberta had a 98.
Wow, John, you must have been the cool kid to have a Carmen Ghia.
Was it the hardtop or the convertible? If it was a hardtop, you just had all the girls. If it was a convertible, then you got a lot of loving.
Ford Thunderbird.
Mhm.
They were long cars back in the day.
Cashy, I took my driver's test in a 1970 Chevrolet Kingswood station wagon.
It was a coupe, so hardtop.
Okay.
Ford Focus, yay. Did anybody have one of those? What was that little Yugo?
I had a neighbor that bought one of those for their kids to drive back and forth to school.
You talk about a stripped down basic car.
That's perfect for a teenager, though.
They had no frills, no. They didn't cost very much, but you didn't get very much when you bought one.
Yeah. But if you just need transportation to and from work,
Mhm.
then that's all you want. I mean, that's all you need, especially this day.
And they
I
got
mean, it's been before I married Roberta. I had a friend. She had a Volkswagen um, Beetle, a Super Beetle, and when her grandfather died, he left her some money earmarked for her to go buy a Mercedes. And this is when Mercedes were really a really good car. And so she bought one, but it sat in her garage all the time, and she drove the bug back and forth to work because she would, her coworkers up in the towers uptown, they would talk about, people banging their cars and all this kind of stuff. What? No, I said before Roberta. Anyway, she always drove it because people are just, they don't care. That's the reason why my wife and, well, I drop Roberta off at the front of the building when I take her someplace. But when my sons are with me, I park out in the parking lot, away from everybody. I don't want my Saturn to get dinged up. Definitely don't want Roberta's Mazda to get dinged up. She'll have the NCIA and uh, FBI and everybody else out there looking for searching cameras, looking to see who dinged her car.
I used to have a '59 Fairlane, Ford Fairlane. That was just a big hunk of steel.
Oh, you had one, Cassie. You had one of the orange ones. Did you have the racing stripes down the side?
Tom and a Miata.
You know what? If I was young, I would have one of those suckers because their price is not bad.
Mhm.
That can't be right, Sadie.
Hang with Sadie.
You tied down the motor with a come along.
I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to send it to Jeff Foxworthy. Where you might be a redneck if you had your engine tied down with a come on. I can get it. I'm not tall. I'm only 5'10", but I can get in my son's car, his Kia, and I first thing before I can even get into it, I have to run the seats back all the way back, and I have to pull the steering wheel up. I said, "You drive a car like your grandmother does."
Uh, hmm.
They're those would be a fun car, like a midlife crisis car. Because I think there's you car people in the chat. There's one of the models of the Chevrolet Corvette that looks like a Ferrari. That is such a pretty car. And if I had the money, I would buy one. But while I'm dreaming about having that much money, also I'd be dreaming about being, oh, I don't know, 110 pounds lighter. So my knees could stand the force of having to squat down that low to get into it. Nowadays, the bodies wear out on them before the engine does. Because you get the slightest bump in it and it's just about totaled. Todd, you got a sporty car, don't you? When you
Me?
don't drive, yeah, when you don't drive the truck, that other thing you drive.
That Plymouth, Dodge Avenger.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's peppy. I mean, it's not a sports. It's a sports sedan, sort of. It's got a six-cylinder dual exhaust. It gets up and goes. And
I'm
I
at that
drive it a
age.
lot because it gets like twice the gas mileage as my Ford F-250.
Yeah, anything will do that. Um, you know, I'm at that point in life when people say, "Man, it'll go from 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds." Okay, here's what I'm concerned about. When I flip that air conditioning, will it cool that 120-degree car down to 58 degrees in about 3 seconds? That's what I'm concerned about.
But yeah, those Yugos, they would get like 40 miles to the gallon. And people were buying them because they were sick of that was during the first uh, oil shortage during the Nixon years.
Yeah, those were the years. These whippersnappers don't remember. They don't know about having to sit in line to get. You could get $5 worth of gas or $10 worth of gas. I think it was 10.
Yeah, gasoline went from like $1 a gallon to like $1.80. And you were like, holy crap, I'm going to drive 50 everywhere I go.
I remember I had a Jeep CJ5, and I can remember filling it up for $5. Gas was like 50 some cents a gallon. I know that sounds like your pawpaw there, but I guess I'm
Yeah,
old enough to be some of y'all's
I
pawpaw.
remember when gas was 22 cents a gallon.
22.
Yeah. This was in
Cheapest I ever
Arizona.
bought gas. I was
You,
16 years old and I was in Oklahoma helping my uncle work on his farm a little bit. And local town, the gas stations would have gas wars, and
yeah,
gas stations would compete against each other for the lowest price in town.
yeah.
And we bought we bought gas that summer for 16 cents a gallon. It was like 1971, summer of
Yeah,
71.
I was about to ask Roberta if she remembered gas wars, but she would have been like 6 years old. They're probably not.
They're not going to
Um,
run Harris as president. Good grief.
Yeah, I have a feeling the gas will not be an issue if after Mr. Trump takes office. Dang, Mr. Sadie, I thought you were my bro or my bra.
Uh,
Why does he think you're old?
Well, because
I'm
I
older
am.
than you are.
I'm older than because I'm like this. Mr. Sadie's in his mid 50s. I'm in my mid 60s. So he,
Right. And I'm in my 70s.
these young whippersnappers, they better get off my lawn
yeah.
and out of my pool lag.
My brother's 5 years older than I am, and when he became a teenager, my mom said I told him,
Thanks.
"Man, you're old."
Oh,
Yeah, she's young, Miss Kent. She is. She's young. She's my young arm candy.
hmm.
Yeah, she does. Thing looks young.
Yeah, I'm 76.
Yeah, you don't look that old.
Yeah, you don't look like it. You. You might could pass as my daughter, according to John.
Oh, so what's on tap for the weekend, y'all? Y'all got big party time? You party animals? You're
No, I got to get
gonna
this.
go clubbing and dancing and
Yeah, Roberta and I hit the club every Friday night, and it's like 3 a.m. before we get home.
hmm.
I honestly, you can't see because I got it blurred, but this behind me is a total mess back here. Because I started switching stuff over to a file cabinet, and I'm having to relist a bunch of stuff that eBay dropped off of my account, and so as I'm relisting, I'm putting stuff into drawers. But I can get two or three. I mean, I can get a couple of totes or these boxes behind me into a drawer, and because they're not packed heavy, because I have a problem with the shoulder, and so I reach it up to pull them off the shelves can kind of be painful at times. But I got to get all that mess cleaned up. Yeah, the cat climbing wall can't. So they'll end up with, when I get it all done, they'll end up with about 10 feet of flat space to lay up on. My girl cat's been looking for her brother, the one that passed last night. So
Gwen
well,
brought me
you
some
can
breakfast.
do what?
Check it out. Eggs and sausage.
Dang,
Yum.
I'm gonna make us some breakfast in a minute after I get off of here.
I was invited to go out to breakfast, but he hasn't called to say what time he's coming by.
Ping, are you
Yeah.
one of those? Are you one of those women that they're just too demanding?
No.
No.
I mean, he invited me earlier in the week, and I said, "Oh, great." So I'm waiting for the call to find out what time he's coming by. So if I was demanding, I would call him, right? No, I'm waiting for him to call me.
hmm.
Well, buy an extra biscuit so he has to pay more. Are you eating grits, Todd?
No,
What's that white stuff you stirring in?
it's eggs.
Oh, egg whites.
Scramble. I mean, they're fried eggs. What do you
Okay,
mean?
well they just look white. Maybe I was picking up the edge of the.
I got some chopped red potatoes in here too.
Oh, cool. So you're not on keto yet.
Well, I should be. I I finally weighed after the trip and I gained like a pound and a half.
Well, see, that's just it. Those 10,000 steps you were doing every day was offsetting your offsetting your all that food that you ate, because you ate looked like you ate some rich food from the pictures you.
Oh, we ate and ate and ate.
And I'm not talking about rich as in, like you had all these sauces and stuff on them, and they were just hearty meals. And what was? Oh, I love sauerkraut, John.
Mm.
I do. I love sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut on hot dogs. Send Roberta to the kitchen. Can't Roberta come? She will hunt you down and just slap you around like a bitch. Javis, you know what? You can get a 4-drawer file cabinet cheaper than you can get a um, a tote. I paid $6 for that one over there.
Shoot, the auctions always have filing cabinets for cheap.
But when I mentioned grits, you kind of like, had a involuntary shake there, Ping. You don't like grits?
No. Tried it once. I don't care for it. You,
I don't like plain grits. I gotta have some butter and salt, or maybe
Uh,
some.
I want something a little bit more stuff. Either if I'm mixing it up with my eggs, that's good. But I like bulk sausage or something like that on it. Uh, Not hash browns. The meat and potato mixture. What's that called?
Ash.
Hash. Yeah, I like that mixed in with my grits. But you know what? We had never eaten potatoes at breakfast until I was about 17 years old, and we went to Maine so my dad could go fishing, and we had garlic potatoes with our breakfast. I mean, that's what the breakfast buffet platter was. And after that, my mom started making. She'd make diced up fried potatoes and put a little garlic on them. So yeah, those Yankees did have one good idea. Yeah, filing cabinets new are expensive. Outlag. I mean, it's just unreal what they are. And I remember years ago we bought a fireproof one for like $600, and my dad was freaking out. And now they're like 27. That same cabinet would be like $2,700. Yeah, I like fried potatoes,
mm-hmm.
but I eat all that kind of stuff because I was raised by country folks, and I'm thankful for that because I eat all kinds of sausage and ham. But then again, at breakfast time, if I've been up 30 minutes, I could eat spaghetti. It's So I have a diverse palate. Really, Javis and Shelby? Well, I've got like 14 Goodwills in the neighborhood in the area, and I probably can find them as fast as I can use them. Then I'm gonna use the shelves for our pantry, and I'm gonna probably take all these boxes down to my brother who's got a business, so they can file their paperwork away at the end of the year. Or I'm gonna take them up to my mother-in-law and tape all the lids on them and let my great nephew. Actually, it's Roberta's he's my great nephew in law, I guess you would say. Let him build houses with them. Yeah, but I've messaged these people and they don't respond back. So I think some of them are just trying to grab your emails. You have a trailer full of file cabinets, Mr. Sadie? Well, hell, I'll just rent a truck and hook it to the back of my Saturn. I mean, I'll rent a trailer and hook it to the back of my Saturn and just come out there and get a trailer full of them. After I have a trailer hitch put on it. What they do? Reorganize the office, Mr. Sadie? All right, it's 10:12. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
I
Yeah,
gotta go.
it's about time to shut it down for the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to lay around and relax this weekend, Todd, trying to get over your vacation?
Nah, I need to get eBay straightened out. I haven't sold anything in 2 weeks hardly.
Well, just delete some stuff and then relist it and see if that won't help. Yeah, I mean, doing the self-similar or whatever you do.
End and sell summer.
Yeah. Oh, y'all went paperless, Mr. Sadie? I was talking to the teller at the bank the other day, and I said, "Y'all do have a lot of paper." She's an older lady, and she's like, "Yeah." She says, "We went paperless, but I swear we've got more paper now than we did." All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
All right. Yep.
Bye.
We're out
Bye.
of here. We'll see y'all Monday. And don't forget to watch John Flippin' Ain't Easy at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
5
Is
o'clock.
Scott going to do another
Oh, yes.
I'm sure he
wild
will.
and crazy show tonight?
Did you
Yeah.
watch that video that he posted that we're supposed to look at to discuss?
No.
Because he said it was a 3-hour video and it was only 2 hours. And it just stopped. It never talked about 9/11.
Oh, no, I haven't. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Conspiracy video?
Yes. It was JFK to 9/11, but the video I saw had nothing about 9/11.
Scott, if you're listening, don't get the big head. Scott should be an actor if he is just doesn't believe the stuff he's talking about on his Friday night show, like the flat Earth and man hasn't been to the moon yet, and all of that kind of nonsense. He is so convincing that he truly believes that. If he does truly believe that, he needs to be put in a home. But otherwise,
Yeah,
he needs to
like
get him a
the Apollo missions were on a New York
soundstage.
sound stage or something.
Yeah. And he's so convincing that he truly believes it. So, like I said, Scott, you could have an Oscar or an Emmy. Your acting ability is so good. So
Oh,
anyway,
cha-ching! What's that?
did you just get a sale?
Yeah, I sold a New York Yankees cap. Yay!
All righty. Y'all have a great one. Bye bye.
Alrighty. We'll
All
see
right.
you Monday.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All